Hi, we're Joel and Lia,
and today we're going to be discussing some Old English.
Old English.
You know what?
Ye olde English.
Ye old with an E, like Old English. I feel like we speak English, that's a fact.
That's true.
That is true.
Very good
I don't
English.
feel like that is a truth.
That is a truth.
But what we don't speak is Old English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think some Americans think that we understand Old English.
Yeah, Americans are like, oh, so you understand like the works of Chaucer? And you're like, no, I wouldn't understand that book.
No, I mean they do try to teach it to us in schools, but we're just like,
no,
I
don't get that actually.
Even Shakespeare, like
there's
at
loads of
RADA,
words.
where we met at drama school. There's so much Shakespeare, and you have the real pressure to be like, if you're an actor who wants to do Shakespeare, then you're like the most pure of all actors.
Yeah.
And if you want to do TV and stuff, then you're lesser.
Less of a,
so naturally, all of us started to be a bit like, oh, I'd love to do Shakespeare. But deep down, I was just like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, like there was so much lingo that we'd have to just go into translation mode and be like, what are these characters talking about?
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to touch on a bit of Old English today. So what we're going to do is share some words, and then we're going to guess what they mean and then go through what they actually mean.
So the first one,
Kick it
Leah.
off, Joel, kick it off.
It's the word Bedwood.
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 Bedwood. Well, I actually do know this one.
Oh, do you?
Bedwood.
Yeah.
Towards. Bedwood, towards the bed.
Oh,
Going towards the bed.
Bedwood means heading for bed.
I'm going up to bed, yes.
I'm Bedwood today.
I'm Bedwood.
Oh. Like bedbound, no, bedbound is being in bed,
like, yeah.
but like you're heading for bed.
Bedwood.
I'm Bedwood.
Yeah, would you ever use the wood towards anything else? Like I'm I'm
Bedwood.
North.
No, that's the
Bedwood.
thing.
Bedwood.
I'd say like I'm homeward bound or I'm
Homeward
London bound.
bound.
But if you say bedbound, that means something different.
Bedbound means I am bound to my bed.
Yeah. Whereas if you said you were Midlands bound, what does that mean? It means that you're on your way.
On my way.
Wow.
And it could be like this. Good night, Joel. I'm Bedwood.
I love that.
I love that for us.
I love that for us. We're going to use
so
that.
So everyone start putting Bedwood back into your dictionary.
Yeah.
Into your dictionary, not back in, just in.
Just into it.
Yeah. All right, Joel. Next one. Billings Gate.
Billings Gate. That's a place in London, I think.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I knew that.
It rings a bell. It's like it feels like it's in east of central London, does it not?
East.
Yes.
Yeah.
Around where we're staying
around
right now.
Cheapside, Poultry,
yes.
Billings Gate.
So, what could it mean, Joel?
Billings Gate. If you're Billings Gate, then you're absolutely minted. It's like, I'm Billings. I've just been paid. I'm Billings Gate today.
Couldn't be more wrong. This is a sneaky word, and it sounds so very proper, yet it refers to abusive language and curse words. Billings Gate means like it refers to abusive language and.
So if someone's shouting
words
on the street and being really crass, you'd be like, they're Billings Gate.
I think so.
Or their language is
Billings Gate. I think it's about,
Shame they don't give an example.
Yeah, I would love a little, they do on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, tell us how to use it.
They tell you a swear word and they tell you how to use it. Love that for American swear words as well.
Yeah, we love that. This one sounds cool. Rabble.
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 Is it food? Oh, I just need to get some rabble in me. Oh, I'm starving.
No.
Okay, rabble. Could it be like confused? I'm brabbled.
No.
Brabble.
Do you ever brabble? To brabble
Chat.
is to argue loudly about matters of no importance.
Oh, I brabble daily.
Brabble. Oh, yeah, get into arguments.
Joel and Lia, they just brabble.
Brabble. I mean, we never have arguments.
No, but we chat loudly about things that don't matter. But
we brabble all the time. To argue loudly about matters of no importance. Oh,
brabble.
will you stop your brabbling?
That's good.
Yeah, I like that.
I love the examples we're giving.
Yeah.
No, you lot stop your brabbling and subscribe to our channel immediately.
Yeah. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, we can see you.
Yes.
It tells us on our analytics. So subscribe.
Subscribe.
Stop your brabbling and subscribe. Or to Bedwood you go.
Bedwood you'll be good. Oh, I like this one, Joel. Yeah. Sounds like a swear word, but crapulous.
Oh, I think.
Crapulous.
I reckon it's just the more formal version of crap. Oh, crapulous.
Sounds like a Harry Potter word, doesn't it?
Crapulous. It's a spell to turn someone into a poo. Crapulous.
That's an amazing guess, but it's a most appropriate sounding word for the condition of feeling ill as a result of too much eating/drinking. So say you're bloated, a better word from Old English is I'm feeling crapulous.
Well, that kind of is similar to how we use it. I feel crap today.
I feel like crap.
I feel crapulous.
Crapulous is so much better.
I'm crapulous today. That's so good. We love Old English.
Don't we?
Okay, the next one. Elflock.
Elflock.
Elf lock.
When you're in a headlock, you've got an elf, one of Santa's elves in a headlock.
No, elf lock.
Okay, elf lock.
One more
elf.
guess.
Alright.
You literally give me one shot and then you're guessing like 5 times.
I give you one. You're like, one more guess. I'm like,
one more
to you. We're brabbling right now.
We are brabbling. That is a brabble.
Okay, so, alright then, if it's not an elf in a headlock, then it's something to do with Christmas time.
Elf lock, not elfulous. That's crapulous.
Elf.
Elf lock.
Elf lock is locked out your house.
No. It's a sweet word to describe hair that is tangled as if it has been matted by elves. So when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I've got elf lock.
Elf lock. Oh, like a lock of hair. That's the hair bit. And the elf is the way
elves.
That it's been matted by elves. Matted? What does matted mean?
Well, they believed in matted. It's just like if it's tangled and stuff. Matted.
Matted by elves. Like elves have gone like...
Yeah, because they believed in those things in the olden days.
Oh, like fairies and elves and things like that. And woo-woo land. I believe in the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
I believed in the tooth fairy for far too long, but that is another video.
Well, you still believe in Santa Claus, so, who is definitely real. Anyway.
Erstwhile, Joel.
I've heard that before, have you?
No.
I feel maybe it's in Shakespeare. Does it mean like meanwhile, like erstwhile, Susan was eating her clams?
I think so. It says this. This is a very British clam, so
clams.
This very British sounding word refers to things that are not current.
Okay.
That belong to a former time, rather than like the word itself.
Oh.
Erstwhile, they need to give examples. So it doesn't belong to the current time, belongs to a former time.
So like, would you say that's so
it's not
erstwhile?
Meanwhile, it's like erstwhile, Joel was in a bakery. I think it means
like back in the day, in a former time. Yeah, erstwhile we worked at blah blah blah.
Erstwhile meaning. I'm gonna just meaning. Erstwhile. The erstwhile president of the company. The former, the past, the present, erstwhile, past. Let's go for the past.
The past. The past. Okay. The erstwhile.
He was relevant, erstwhile.
Oh yeah.
Sad.
That's sad.
Oh, okay. We don't like that one.
Right, next one. Oh, this is. I'm glad I'm doing this one. You wouldn't be able to read that. Try reading that.
Is it expurge factor? What does it say? Just split
it probably is expurge factor, but now I look like a dick because I made fun of you for not being able to read. But how can you read that? Because normally you can't read.
I've just split it up into 3, darling. I've got better at reading.
Expurge
Started reading books in the lockdown.
Ew. No, you've always liked books.
I have, but I've read more.
Fiction.
Got into fiction a bit. I have read a bit of fiction, but I do love my self-help books.
Oh, you do.
And all sorts of, I like business books as well.
Yeah, she's a girl boss.
Thank you. Oh my god, I feel sick. I'm a girl boss.
She's a girl boss.
Boss thing.
Yeah,
anyway.
There's no need for girls, just boss. Boss. Anyway.
Yes, boss.
Expurge factor or expurga factor, I don't know.
Expurga factor. Is it when you purge up some vomit and then go on the X factor? I don't know.
No.
The thing you said in the past.
No. So it means, sorry, I was just trying to see if it was a hard G or a soft G, but it's anything that wakes you up. An expurga factor, expurga factor. Whether it's your alarm clock or bird song, that's an expurga factor.
Expurga factor. Joel, switch off the expurga factor at 7:30 AM.
That's amazing.
Expurga factor.
Expurga factor.
How dare you set an expurga factor on your Apple Watch?
Do you remember when I went on a date with that celebrity?
Yes, I was just thinking about that celeb earlier. Joel met someone, went on a fantastic date with someone who used words like this.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
And it was just the best date of your life.
Just so entertaining. I mean, needless to say, it didn't go anywhere, otherwise you'd know about it. But he wasn't really my type, but I had so much fun with him. It was the most fun day probably ever.
So much lingo.
And he used words like this, and he was just like, oh Joel, isn't it a delightful evening? And that's like really tame. Delightful. I don't have a vocabulary.
Yeah, but you just use like all these words.
And I'd just be sat there and I'd be like, what does that mean? And he'd be like, oh, you're so charming with your lack of knowledge. And it's just so
amazing.
funny.
It's actually, I think for comedy value and just for good times, you should go on a friend-zoned date again.
Well, that's what, to give you the goss, I did tell him, I was like, I'd rather just remain friends, and he was just like, I don't think it does well to mix friends with, like, he used a word and I didn't know what it meant, and then I googled it and it meant about how it's not helpful if one of you
unrequited love,
basically, but it wasn't that phrase, but yeah, it was that sort of thing. He was like, you can't, if one of you has feelings, then it's not going to work. So I was just like, sorry, but then he did get back in touch recently, so hopefully,
what?
Just being like, hey, how are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Like, he then followed me and then started chatting to me, so I was like, maybe we can be friends. Because that would be fun.
Have you lost feelings? Have you expurged back?
Are your feelings erstwhile?
Are your feelings erstwhile?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so that would be good.
Okay, wonderful. Love the goss. The T spell.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, Joel, is fudgel.
When you mess something up. Fudgel. She fudgels that.
Oh, brilliant. No, it's not that. Any other guesses?
No.
See, I only give you one guess because you only got one guess.
That time, yeah.
Okay,
but no,
fudgel.
I think it's good to keep it fast-paced anyway.
Fudgel is the act of giving the impression that you are working when really you're doing nothing.
That's amazing.
That's us in our old job.
That is us.
Fudgel, the manager's
quick
coming.
Fudgel, some's coming.
Fudgel.
Do you know what I heard a South African phrase the other day? Wafting.
And what is that? Chatting loads.
If you're doing nothing, you're supposed to be working, but you're just like, you're wafting, you're not doing anything. Fudgel.
Wafting.
Fudgel.
Stop wafting.
Quick, fudgel.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, to be fair, we do that to this day.
Upgrade your vocab.
Yeah.
Upgrade your vocab, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's speed through the last ones.
Groke.
When you got a frog in your throat and you can't breathe.
No.
You're like, grokey.
No. But that was a good guess.
Okay, no more guesses.
Okay, this means to stare intently at someone who is eating in the hope that they will give you some. Watch any dog for a demonstration. So Ava just sits there groking at me.
Stop groking, Ava.
Stop your groking.
Do you give Ava anything of what you're eating?
Sometimes. Depends what
it is.
Once I gave her a bit of garlic bread and she threw up, and then I realised that garlic's toxic for dogs, and that's when I realised that I'm not a very good dog owner.
Oh my god.
I'm joking. It was only a tiny bit of garlic bread, luckily,
and she was like,
and it's extremely toxic.
You're kidding. No. They don't tell you that. All they tell you is chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. They can't have grapes. They can't have raisins, anything. So I knew all those. Didn't know
garlic bread.
No garlic bread.
No garlic bread. I suppose there's not many people giving garlic to dogs, but...
No.
Oh, if I was a dog, I'd love garlic bread.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was like, I love that. It's buttery and garlicky.
Yeah. And then she's just like, nah, I don't love it.
And that's why she only had a tiny bit, because I don't share my garlic bread.
Yeah, you actually
Sorry.
don't. You don't. Yeah. You don't share garlic bread.
No, absolutely
not. Okay, last one, please. Grubble.
Grubble. If you're just grovelling to your partner and you're just like, you need to grubble for my attention because you've been a dickhead.
No, not quite. It might sound like the name of a character from a fantasy novel. We didn't even think that.
No.
But it does in fact mean to feel or grope around for something that you can't see. Grubbling for my phone in my bag. I'm grubbling for it.
Oh yeah.
Where's my camera? I'm grubbling. Grubble.
That's quite a good one.
Yeah.
Grubble.
And if you enjoyed this video, everybody, please let us know, because we'd actually like to do more of these.
Yeah, we've got lots more old English.
Ye olde English.
Ye olde English. Yeah, I can't remember any. We've just done elf lock, hair, yeah. We'll do more.
Extra factor.
I want to remember these. Bedwood especially. Oh, I'm Bedwood.
Good night. I'm Bedwood.
I'm Bedwood. Yeah, I love it.
I am Bedwood and exhausted.
Yeah,
right, good job. Love that.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're not already. We post videos all the time.
I was about to say that old saying, thrice weekly. Across multiple channels.
Yeah.
Thrice weekly. Across everything. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.